And we are back with another unboxing. This is the second General's Crate we've sent out in 2024. I can't believe we're already well into the second quarter of the year. 2024 is kind of flying by, man. I did not expect this, but I guess that just happens when you get older, right? You're like, where did the week go? Where did the months go? Where did the years go? Time needs to slow down, man. I'm having too much fun. But this is the General's Crate. You know, we offer 4 different tiers in order to join our community. There are 3 month-to-month options. Those are the Lieutenant, the Captain, and the Major. And then we do offer 1 quarterly option, which shows up at your doorstep 4 times per year, and that is this box right here, known as the General. This is gonna be the most stuff that we can cram into a singular box. It's the best bang for your buck, it's the most tactical crap, it's the most outdoor camping EDC stuff that we can find and stick in a cardboard box and mail to your house. We really enjoy putting these together because we have a little bit more flexibility with the size and the price and the number of things that we can stick inside here. So it always comes out great. I'm actually very excited about this one, everything we were able to cram inside. Some really, really cool brands, some really, really cool products. So for those of you that received the General's Crate for this quarter, congratulations. You now own some really cool stuff to add to your existing collection of really cool things. And if you're not a member, I think that you should consider becoming one because you don't want to miss out on the next one. All right, so before we crack this thing open, I'm gonna apologize in advance for potentially getting interrupted by a pack of dogs that currently lives in my house. My wife and I have 2 dogs. She owns an 11, almost 12-year-old blue heeler, which is like a little 35-pound herding breed. And then I have a 6-year-old black lab who's about 90 pounds and still acts like a puppy. We have a friend in town who also owns 2 labs. So we've got one of every color here. We've got a chocolate, a yellow, and a black lab, and they're all the same personality, same energy, full lab personalities. We love them. We love the other one too, but she's kind of old and bossy and basically just herds the other 3 around when they, get out of line. But that's just what herding breeds do. So if I get interrupted by one of the members of the pack, I apologize in advance because it may or may not happen. This is the first time I've filmed with the guests' dogs in the house. Either way, excited to have them. They've had a blast and can't have a bad time being surrounded by a bunch of dogs, right? So let's get this thing started. I keep one like pristine box for these unboxings, like there's no tape or shipping labels or anything like that. But I accidentally tore the corners here because there's so much stuff on the inside, I accidentally kind of ripped it a little bit. So I need to get a new unboxing box. Push this. So as always, we include these pamphlets in your box. We call them monthly cards. I handwrite these myself. Basically, this is just a generalized description of the products that are in your box. Read it if you want to, don't read it if you don't want to. You want to know some of the specifics about the materials that you now own. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and start out with this thing because I love it and it's gonna flow right into the second product because they're gonna go hand in hand. The hatchet has been the outdoorsman's best friend for hundreds or even thousands of years. While some may argue that this tool ought to be called a hand axe, its usefulness isn't up for debate. Whether being used for splitting wood, clearing a path, making sparks for a flame, or being used as a weapon, the hatchet is a non-negotiable must-have tool. This particular model was made in Italy, features an American hickory handle, and draws influence from the historical German-style hatchets. It also features a limited edition 50th anniversary Radica-style handle, meaning the wood unleashes all of its expressive potential in a luxurious parquet, giving it an extravagant look and feel. The head of this tool is made from high-quality C45/1045 carbon steel and features a polished 4-inch blade, coming in at 14¼ inches in length and weighing in at 1.74 pounds. This is the perfect size for a go-to hatchet. I read that pretty well. I'm still deep into prep. Prep brain is still very present, but I'm excited about how well that just went. I think we're firing on all cylinders today. We'll see how long that lasts. So here you go. I'm not sure what's going on with the 18 different nationalities that somehow got involved with this because it's American hickory handle and an Italian blade and it's a German style hatchet. I don't even know if German hatchets are somehow different from the rest of the world. Back in the day, there was a difference between a hand axe and a hatchet. I believe one was more for like the outdoorsman, but basically like a tiny axe is a hand axe, and then hatchets were more for carpentry, I believe. I think that those the differentiators in those terms have kind of fallen off over the years. Call it what you want to call it. You know what this thing is for. It's for chopping up wood, and this is a great product to do it. It's got a little rubber seal on it. I'm not just slicing my hand open, but man, look at this. Look at this product. It's beautiful. I love the finish. I love the colors. I love the handle. It's got this little, you know, rope cord on the end of it. It's very comfortable. You can swing this for long periods of time without getting overly fatigued. It is just sharp enough to get everything done that you need it to do, and it's sturdy, it's reliable, and it's gorgeous. If you don't want to chop up wood with it, just, you know, hang it up somewhere. You can make this like a man cave item, throw it in your bar, I don't know. It's so pretty that it really could serve as a piece of art. Alternatively, you take it with you camping, you put it in the backyard, you use it for firewood, whatever you want to use it for. It's a great, great hand axe slash hatchet, and I think that you're gonna have no problems finding some use for it. As always, we plan a lot of our products to be used in conjunction with one another. So to go along with your brand new hatchet, we have provided a sharpening stone. Intended to be used with your brand new hatchet or any other large blade you have on hand, the Puck is a pocket-sized dual grit multi-purpose sharpener. This product is ideal for sharpening lawnmower blades, machetes, hatchets, axes, shovels, spades, or any other cutting slash chopping tool. The Puck's easy-to-grip, contoured shape offers a safe, simple tool sharpening. The Puck's easy-to-grip, contoured shape offers safe, simple tool sharpening. Made of silicon carbide, the coarse grit side of the Puck is intended for quick cutting and shaping. Meanwhile, the medium grit side is designed for final sharpening and finishing of your edge. Lastly, though not essential, honing oil is recommended for creating the best edge possible. So this is what your multi-purpose dual grit sharpener is going to look like when it comes in the package. I have another one that I used in advance just so I could get some use out of these things, make sure it was a decent product before sending it out to our people, which is you guys. And you can see some of the rust on this one that came off when I was sharpening one of my older hatchets. That's actually, that was an axe. That was a BII axe from a Humvee that I tactically acquired at some point over the years. And I just left it outside because it was just a piece of crap axe. But you know, it did its job when I needed it to. Unfortunately, you know, it got stuck out in the rain and it rusted and it's got ugly. So I used my Puck to sharpen it. Super, super easy. As we mentioned, if you have honing oil on hand, it is not essential, but it will make your life much easier and is highly recommended for this process. Depending on how long you've been a member of our community, you might already have Dan's honing oil on hand. And this is exactly what I used with the Puck to sharpen the axe that has been outside of my backyard. You'll notice that the first time that you use this, it will soak up a lot more honing oil because it's perfectly dry. The more and more use it, the more often you use it and the more saturated the Puck becomes over time, the less and less honing oil you'll need with additional usage. But anyway, so you want to start, depending on how rough your blade is, if the thing is really, really ugly, you might need to start with the coarser side and then work over to the medium grit side. You're looking at 120 and 180, or 280 and 120 grit. Start with whichever one makes more sense for your scenario. Start in teeny tiny circles, working towards the edge of the blade, and then just ease the thing back and forth, flipping over to the other side, ensuring that you don't make it too sharp. One of the things you have to balance when sharpening a blade is this middle ground between sharp enough to do the job that it's needed to do versus so sharp that it can't maintain an edge. It's difficult to get an axe so ridiculously sharp that it's not going to maintain an edge. Same thing with lawnmower blades. You just want this stuff generally sharp enough that when you're swinging it or it's on the bottom of a lawnmower, it's going to cut right through whatever you're trying to cut through. But super great product, works very well. I anticipate this is going to last a very, very long time because I've already put in some serious work with it and it's completely unfazed other than the rust that is collected on the outside. So use your Puck, use your hand axe, use your hatchet, and enjoy your new products. The Scrape Pack from MyMedic. Cuts and scrapes happen, and you can never have too many medical supplies on hand. Brought to you by our dear friends at MyMedic, the Scrape Pack is a compact, portable, all-in-one first aid solution for common minor bleeding injuries. This product can be used as a standalone grab-and-go kit or as a supplemental module to existing first aid supplies. Containing 9 essential products, these medical necessities are hand-selected by medical professionals and offer exactly what you need to take care of your friends and family. So we've featured MyMedic half a dozen times in the last year. I'm a huge proponent. They offer such a wide variety of goods and it's all such quality stuff and it's so well thought out. We don't plan to stop having a relationship with these guys. We don't plan to stop featuring their products in the future. So hopefully you guys like this stuff. Like the more you look into those guys, the bigger fans that we become. It's family owned and operated. It was founded by this one guy and his siblings who lost their father in a very unfortunate accident. And since then, the guy has dedicated his life to creating medical supplies that really could be used in a life or death scenario. So it's very simple. It's just a scrape pack for maybe your kids or for yourself, you know, like a day bag. But they also offer much more serious supplies in the event of a more traumatic injury. So we're a big fan of those guys, what they stand for, what they do. And like I said, it's also well thought out. They think about who's going to be using this stuff, the types of scenarios they're going to be in, the types of injuries that are likely to occur in those scenarios, and then they build medical supplies or even these supplemental packs to match those scenarios and match those potential injuries. It seems simple, like, you know, like very obvious maybe, but like not everybody's doing that, and they are, and that's why we're fans of them. So inside your scrape pack, I believe, yeah, you've got 9 different items, but you actually have a total of 15 items inside. Lots of stuff in here. And like one of the reasons I like these guys so much is that everything is color coordinated. You see that if you're bleeding, you're gonna reach for a red pack because it's the scrape pack and it can probably address your bleeding. Likewise, if you're bleeding, you're probably gonna need something like this. If you need an antiseptic, everything's labeled with this light blue color. So in those stressful moments when you're freaking out and you're like, oh, is this the right medication or is this the right product? It helps eliminate some of that mental work. So you can say, okay, I need to start with the blue so I can clean it first. Then I move on to the red because it's bleeding and I need to stop the bleeding. You can see how the logic starts to follow in accordance with the supplies that have been offered. I love it. It's a great idea. We should have been doing this a long time ago. And maybe some people were, it's just I never came across a brand that did it. I certainly didn't see it in the Army. So take it with you, throw it in your car, add it to your existing supplies, whatever makes the most sense for you. As small as this thing is, it's perfect for like a day bag or like, you know, if you got kids, put it in your diaper bag, whatever makes sense. It's good stuff. 3 more items here, and they're gonna get increasingly cool as we move on. We've got a knife. The Columbia River Knife and Tool Company continues to push the boundaries of what an EDC knife can do. The Provoke is the first ever knife to feature kinematic technology, which is an opening mechanism that allows the user to easily deploy this karambit style blade with just one hand. In fact, it only requires the push of a thumb. This model of the Provoke series offers Grivery, which is a strong, lightweight, engineered thermoplastic that is lightweight, extremely adept, and crafted to go anywhere. Lastly, this knife features 1.4116 high carbon stainless steel with a beautiful black stonewashed finish that completes this one-of-a-kind EDC. What a description. All right, look, I understand the karambit or karambit, however you want to say it, is a little bit of a divisive blade, controversial. It's not normally a go-to option for a lot of people, but those who do like it, love it. You know, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot of blades that have entire fighting styles wrapped around them. This could be the most lethal thing that you own, depending on if you're a firearms owner and where you live. And really, truly, in some situations, this could be far more deadly, or at least more effective than a firearm, again, depending on the ability of the user in the situation. If you've ever watched a professional karambit fighter or karambit user use one of these things, it is insane. Like, these guys will go around and they'll grip it in different ways, but they pinpoint parts of the body that completely enable the assailant or the attacker or whatever's happening, right? Like, they'll go for the jugular and they'll aim for the bicep tendon, or they'll reach around and try to slice the back of your hamstring. It's like kind of gruesome, but disgustingly effective. Imagine like just going up to somebody and tear the bicep, tear the jugular, walk away. You are useless. You're bleeding out. It's insane. So this is what the product looks like. We ended up going with this blue on black. A lot of the stuff we end up buying is always like black, gray, green, tan. We ventured out a little bit on this one, went with this unique blue color, stonewash finish. I mean, I think you have to admit, even if you're not a karambit person, that this is a very pretty looking blade. They talk about this one-handed opening mechanism. I haven't quite figured it out myself, but really you can just push it with one thumb and you're good to go. A lot of people like to deploy it as it comes out of their pocket. You do have a small clip here. It's perfectly flush with the handle of the blade itself until you depress this area and then it rises up just enough for you to slip into your pocket and hook it on however you want to. In order to deploy this thing with one hand, all you do is push on the back of the knife and it's out. That wasn't even the smoothest open, but you can see how that gets very, very easy, very, very quickly. And in order to close the knife, you do have, it's not obvious at all. I was trying to figure this out myself the first time I put hands on it. But this is essentially like your safety mechanism. If you press kind of a down and in this direction, the blade will close. Dude, come on. Even if you're not a karambit person, I know that the people that are in this community are knife people. They're just blade folks in general. And I think that you can appreciate at least having one of these in your collection. Even if you don't daily carry it, be like, look at this sweet ass knife that I have and I got through Crate Club. That's a nice knife, man. Enjoy it, use it, don't use it, show it off, whatever you want to do. It's your stuff. That's the beauty of it. Gift it. It's one of my favorite aspects of being a part of this community because you get all this cool stuff, but we also recognize that not every product is perfect for everybody because we're all different humans. We live in different places, different ages, different capabilities, different intents with life. That's normal. That's a good thing. That's why we're human. But if you get something that you don't really like, sorry, can't appeal to everybody, just gift it though. Take that product, give it to your dad, give it to your brother, give it to someone and be like, hey, here's this really expensive knife that I got discounted in a subscription box, but it's all yours. Two more items that I'm gonna show you, starting with the Silencer 2.0 earbuds from Walker. Brought to you by one of the world leaders in hearing protection, Walker's has improved upon their previous earbuds by creating the Silencer 2.0s. These rechargeable earbuds feature noise reduction of 24 decibels, dynamic wind noise reduction, variable gunshot suppression, and an advanced digital circuit with an auto shutoff. They come with a USB charging dock and integrated lithium battery for easy charging while on the go or in the field. The carrying case will charge these earbuds 4 full times before the case itself requires a recharge. This set also includes 3 sizes of Sherlock sizing fins and 3 sizes of foam tips, meaning they are highly customizable and fit comfortably in nearly every ear. All right, so this is what your box looks like. I've already torn mine open. It's gonna come with some goodies, like you've got your cord, you have a lanyard. These are all of the additional fins and earbuds that you can use in the event that what's on there doesn't fit your ear well, or maybe you lose those, they get dirty. This can serve as a replacement, but just recognize that they're a slightly different size and will fit slightly differently. That's what that looks like. And then this is the actual carrying case for your Walker's earbuds. So this is a kind of retro, but you actually charge the case with a micro USB located right there on the side. And then just above your micro USB is this little light right here, will indicate that the case itself is charging or is fully charged. Super simple. I think it turns from blue to green, red to blue, one of those two colors. So the earbuds themselves just slide right out, and this is how you gain access to them. It comes with a little cleaning brush, which is kind of unique. You can use this just to get dirt and crap off of your earbuds in the event that they get dirty wherever you're shooting. Actually, you can use them for scenarios other than shooting, but that's what I use them for. And this is what they look like. So very similar to just like the earbuds that you would use to listen to music at the gym or in an airport, whatever, but slightly different functionality. So these are the fins that they were referring to. I have relatively small ears, but the way that this was set up coming out of the package fit me just fine. You also have the foam tips that can be squeezed and compressed just like a normal earbud. What you want to do is squeeze those down into like a cone shape. I mean, you don't even need a second hand. So like this technology, you know, noise canceling or hearing protection style earbuds isn't necessarily new technology, but I would say that it's one of the newer forms of hearing protection that's out there. We've all used the over-the-ear muffs. We've all used like the regular foamies. Some of them are connected with a little like wire or string piece of plastic. And then the most popular ones out there have to be the active noise canceling earmuffs. Great products. It's what most active duty service members use. It's what like competitive shooters use. But a lot of people are switching to these because they're just more comfortable than the over-the-ear option. Those can get kind of hot, you're gonna get kind of sweaty, and it has a band that wraps over the top, which may or may not work with like your iPro headgear, ACH helmets, whatever it is, right? This is unique because it doesn't take up as much space and still offers active noise canceling, meaning that whenever you fire a weapon, it senses that something loud is about to happen and will make the effort to protect your ear from that gunshot. The only issue with them that you need to be aware of is that they don't have a button, so it's not exactly clear, you know, when you're actually turning them on, turning them off. It is just a touch sensitive surface. All you have to do is press your finger to the earbud for 2 seconds and you're gonna hear them power on. So now I can actually kind of hear my own voice. It sounds a bit like a microphone, but it's not distracting whatsoever, and you kind of forget about it in about 30 seconds. So they're on right now. It's happening. If a gun were to go off or any other loud noise, this would reduce the decibel level of that noise by up to 24 decibels, which is very significant. You're totally fine shooting small firearms, pistols, rifles out at the range. There is a limit, you know. I wouldn't recommend like sitting next to a 240 Bravo and just like ripping through belts of rounds with these things, but it's a lot better than having nothing at all. Super, super convenient, super, super comfortable. I like the fact that the charging case can charge the earbuds 4 times over. So once this thing is charged up, you're gonna be good for like, you know, a whole weekend, if not longer, depending on how often you're using them, how much you're shooting. But it's a really cool option. They're very, very comfortable. I was surprised at how comfortable they were, and they stick very well. You know, I could go outside and like run an obstacle course and do burpees, a whole workout. These things are not gonna go anywhere. Super, super comfortable, and they feel stable inside my ear. That is the Walker Silencer R600, also known as the Silencer 2.0s. When you're done with them, all you do is stick them back in your little case, and you can see now the 2 red lights, they're now charging themselves back off of the charging case. Charging case is super comfortable. I mean, you can stick this in your pocket and you'd never know about it. You can totally just stick this in your back pocket. Like, it just feels like a wallet to me. There's nothing distracting about it. This is a solid product. Very curious to know what everyone's experiences are. I hope people like it because it's a really, really good option. Even if you're not a competitive shooter, like we all get exposed to loud noises at concerts, construction sites, airports, you know, whatever your job is, you need to be aware of light hearing protection because once you lose your hearing, it doesn't really come back. At least they say it doesn't. One last item to show you, and this is a really cool product from Dark Energy. Dark Energy has redefined portable solar that has proven to be a go-to option for many hunters, outdoorsmen, and survivalists. Weighing in at just 11.7 ounces, the Spectre offers a never-before-seen power-to-weight ratio. While competitors provide an average output of 0.5 watts per ounce, the Spectre offers an unrivaled 2.0 watts per ounce, making it 4 times more powerful. Beyond its impressive power output, the Spectre is built with robust photo skin technology, meaning it is far stronger and far less susceptible to cracking or shattering while under pressure. In fact, these solar panels can actually bend and flex, making them easy to transport and giving users peace of mind while exploring. The Spectre also features a sun efficiency meter, which allows users to ensure that they are optimizing sun exposure and therefore maximizing power output. All right, so this thing is dope. Check it out. It's gonna come in this can, pop open the can. It kind of smells like weird plastic to me, almost like tennis balls. Sniff it. Tell me you didn't sniff it. Who doesn't open up a plastic canister and give it a little? I know I do. All right, so this is your product. Here we go, from Dark Energy. So this thing is very, very impressive for a long list of reasons. You remember like 10, 15 years ago when like solar energy was like really coming around? People were, you know, installing the solar panels on their homes and they're, you know, trying to make cars run off of solar energy, and people are charging their cell phones in their backyard. It was cool, but it was very novel and it wasn't yet super practical. Things have changed, and it's because of companies like Dark Energy. So when they're making stuff like this, which has true 15 watt output, it weighs nothing. It's like 330 grams. This is like a piece of paper. It's moldable, it's flexible, it's durable. You can actually step on this thing. It's safe for up to like 200 pounds, meaning if it's like laying around on your campsite somewhere collecting solar energy, someone steps on it, it's fine. Those aspects have never really been seen before. You never saw that kind of output from small products like this. You never saw anything that was flexible or durable or waterproof or crush proof. That like wasn't a thing like 10 to 15 years ago, at least not from like affordable consumable products. And then out comes, you know, the Spectre from Dark Energy. But this is the actual side that has to face the sun. This is just a logo on the other side. And you'll notice that you have all of these tie down points around the edge of the panel. Now what this does is give you a variety of options on how you want to display this in order to maximize the amount of sun exposure that you're getting. You could use 550 cord to like wrap it around a tree, or you can just lay it flat on the ground. I just threw mine in the backyard and immediately was able to charge my phone. Like it's effortless. You'll notice on this little piece, I don't know what you want to call this little computer over here, that you have the two outputs available right there. You have standard USB as well as USB-C. Shout out to these guys for providing us options, because the rest of the world can't figure out what type of cord we're gonna use in the future. You have options here, and in fact, you could probably use multiple devices at once if you're getting good sun exposure. What's also cool about this little computer here is that on one side you have your sun efficiency rating meter. It's like 4 lights. In the video here, it's gonna look like they're flashing. They're not actually flashing, they're solid lights. And if you get up to 4 lights is like a 4-star rating, that's as high as it goes. That means you are getting like perfect sun exposure. Even when mine fell down to like 1 to 2 dots, I was still able to charge my phone, no problems whatsoever. Of note, you can actually buy a like an expansion or support pack for this thing. All you're gonna be getting is a stand and these little like crossbars that fit right here. And all it does is help, it gives you something to display it on. I mean, it's just something else to carry. It's not essential by any means, which is why we chose not to include it. But if you are kind of getting frustrated with displaying it, or you're not having any luck with unrolling it, whatever the problem is, you can go buy a stand from Dark Energy with the little frame that you can set this on to optimize your sun exposure. But it's not necessary. This thing is good to go the way it is, and it's one of the most impressive products I think I've seen in a long time. So I love it. I think it's great. Shout out to Dark Energy. So that wraps up supply drop number 29 from the General's Crate. We're in the second quarter of 2024. The year is flying by. We've got some incredible stuff coming. Like, we've really spent a lot of time with procurement and talking to these brands that make such cool products, and they're all coming for Crate Club. They all want to be in our box. They want to meet our subscribers. They want to reach out to you guys, and they want to put quality products in the hands of the community that cares about them the most. That's us. That's you. It's the people who know what they're doing. They're the ones who can survive in stressful situations. It's the people that get leaned on when crap hits the fan. And that's okay. That's what we're for. We're survivalists, we're leaders, and we pride ourselves in the skills and the technology and the products that we own and use, because we're the ones that can make a difference when it really matters. But enough of that sentimental crap. It's been a good unboxing. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was informative. If you're considering joining our community, please do. Just go check us out on crateclub.com. You can see all of the previous stuff that we've released in the past. You can measure, you can compare the different tiers that we offer, see which one makes sense for you. You can also gift a box. If there's just one box, you don't want to commit to a subscription, that's totally fine. You can gift a box to yourself or to your friends or to a loved one. Maybe they'll enjoy the products and then they'll become members. Last thing, if you are a member, we do have a members only page on Facebook in which we come together and we talk about all things outdoor EDC survival. It's just a place to exchange gear, trade ideas. I've said this once, I'll say it a million times. Iron sharpens iron, and I fully believe in that. But my name is Austin, and that is all for now. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.